As a life bencher who believes in the rule of law, Governor Wike has made access to justice a cardinal goal of his administration.
Fulfillment of our promise to reopen our courts and restore normalcy to the state judiciary. I hereby exercise of my powers under Section 271(4) of the 1999 Constitution as amended, appoint the most senior High Court judge in Rivers State Judiciary, the Honorable Justice Desi Woturokocha, as the acting Chief Judge of Rivers State. Her Lordship was sworn in on Monday 1st, 2015, after which she required to immediately terminate the dark moments of her ignoble judicial history by reopening the courts the same day for business.
On the very first day of his administration, Governor Wike opened the courts, closed by the immediate past administration for 2 years. The revival of the judiciary stands out as one of the most outstanding achievements of Governor Nyesom Ezenwo Wike since he assumed office as the elected governor of Rivers State. Right from the very beginning, on the day of his inauguration, Governor Nyesom Ezenwo Wike kick-started the process of rebuilding the battered structures of the state judiciary. On May 29, 2015, after taking his oath of office, Governor Wike, in his inaugural address, announced the appointment of an acting chief judge of the state, Justice Desi Okocha, and an acting president of the Customary Court of Appeal, Justice Christy Gabriel Nwankwo. These two key judicial officers were sworn in on the 1st of June 2015. This was the beginning of the visionary revival of the Rivers State Judiciary.
Congratulate the acting chief judge and the acting president of the Customary Court of Appeal who were just sworn in, and to say that God decides when anything will happen. And what I would like to to you is that everybody has to be carried along.
4 years down the line, Governor Wike's administration has appointed new heads of our courts and filled all existing vacancies in the state's high courts and customary courts of appeal. The administration has intervened in federal courts as it constructed and furnished the Federal Courts Complex, the National Industrial Court, and reconstructed the Court of Appeal. The administration also built an ultra-modern secretariat for the Port Harcourt branch of the Nigerian Bar Association.
To secure the rights of our citizens was a prerequisite for good governance. We further considered that making Rivers State a regional judicial hub was a good and practical way to engender and accelerate social and economic development. We therefore resolved not only to complete all stalled court projects, but also to initiate new ones to meet the increasing demand for judicial services by our people.
It is surprising that the current governor, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, promised yet again to build the court. I must commend His Excellency for this wonderful event taking place here today, which is a thing of joy to all and sundry.
We started this project. We promised to complete it within few months, and we followed it with keen interest and dedicated attention. Today, it is more fulfilling to see that this is another promise kept by our administration and realized so swiftly and so beautifully to the glory of God and the benefit of the people of Rivers State.
Let me say that the significance of this event goes beyond Rivers State. It is indeed an event which has significant national dimensions. And all of you are aware of the challenges facing our country. All of you are aware of the challenges facing the legal profession. So we want to see this building as one edifice that symbolizes success for the legal profession, that becomes a symbol of the vibrancy of the bar, that becomes a symbol of relevance of the legal profession to our communities.
For the third time in 3 years, we have gathered the legal community across the country to witness our commitment to enhancing the effective administration of justice in our state and the nation. When we assumed office, we noticed that existing judicial infrastructure, including federal courts, were both inadequate and seriously broken. The Federal High Court was severely dilapidated. The National Industrial Court did not have any courthouse, while the Sitting Court of Appeal building was in a worse state of disrepair. We consider the condition of these courts as grossly incompatible with our vision to make Rivers State a regional judicial hub. Consequently, we decided to change the quality of courthouses, including those of federal courts in the state, to actualize our quest for a truly functional judicial system. We want to spend hundreds of millions of naira in building a federal courthouse. It's not because we have so much money to throw after the responsibility of the federal government. But the court system, whether federal or state, serves the same purpose, and Rivers people are the primary beneficiaries of the services rendered by these courts, irrespective of ownership. For us, therefore, given the composite nature of the court system, whatever we can do to support federal courts located in the state to function and deliver effective services to our people is worthy of our consideration. These are the motivating factors for this project, and we have no regret whatsoever for the funds we have deployed to building this courthouse, as long as the public interest, we believe, has been well and duly served.
15 months ago, when the Bar Center was commissioned, I was invited. I discussed with His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, sitting here, that there is need to have a court, befitting court in Port Harcourt. By then we had about 950 cases pending, and that the risk, stress, and cost that litigants and lawyers are going through is too much. And he promised that within 12 months, he's going to provide a court. I thought he was joking. But here we are today. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We salute your courage. This is a federal court. You owe no business, you owe no duty investing the state money in building this type of edifice for us. But let me put it on record, unequivocally, that this is the first time any state chief executive will do what you have done. It will linger on in our memory at the National Industrial Court forever. That once upon a time a man came, Bear Wike.
I thank you for being around, and I thank the government and people of Rivers State for this beautiful edifice. I believe, and I've been saying it time without number, that the solution to our numerous problems, because problems we must have, because we are a community of people, human beings, and we think differently, we understand differently, but that the solution to our numerous problems lies in adherence to the principles of rule of law. If we do that for 4 years consistently, you will see that everything will fall back into places. The Constitution is providing for each and every one of us. It has given us designated and special functions. And if we are to adhere to these functions and discharge them to the satisfaction of our conscience, as judicial officers, for instance, adherence to your rule of law and the constitutional provisions, then within a short while, you will see that people will now begin to realize things that are taboos, that shouldn't be done. For instance, locking up a court. How can you, in a democratic society, in a civilized society, think of locking up a judiciary? How can you say that you should deprive the judiciary of its funds, for instance, to enable it function as it should? So these are things that we have to, everybody, all other state executives should learn from the examples of what is happening in Rivers State, and even in Lagos State and some other states, so that the judiciary ought to be empowered. We need your assistance, the assistance of everybody. The judges have to be free and fair. I have spoken to them and I keep on telling them, they must remain firm and fair, but courageous.
The Chief Justice of Nigeria commissioned the courthouse that was built for the Port Harcourt Division of the National Industrial Court. Now we have gathered here to commission the newly reconstructed and refurbished building of the Port Harcourt Division of the Court of Appeal. When we assumed office, we noticed that the existing building was in a worse state of disrepair. While the physical structure has severely degenerated, the interior, including the courtrooms, looked unsightly and clearly unfit as a temple of justice. We decided to include it in the cycle of federal courts we had to reconstruct as part of our vision for providing our state with state-of-the-art courthouses. We therefore sought and received the consent of the President of the Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Zainab Adamu Bukachua, Commander of the Federal Republic, to reconstruct and refurbish the Court of Appeal complex Port Harcourt Division. The court system, whether federal or state, serves the same purpose as a veritable medium for achieving peaceful resolutions of disputes, which is necessary for peace, order, and development. With the availability of an improved working environment, we believe and expect greater productivity and efficiency in justice delivery for the Justices of the Court of Appeal, Port Harcourt Division.
I am overwhelmed by what the government and people of Rivers State have done for the federal judiciary. I know every right-thinking person will appreciate the efforts being put in here to enable the judiciary function as it should. So I've already said it, and I keep on saying it, that the rule of law remains the answer to our problems. And all hands should be on deck to enable us attain that height, because it is the solution to our problems. You can't have the rule of law entrenched without independence of the judiciary. The judiciary of this country, I say, we are very much grateful to the government and people of Rivers State for these laudable projects, of which I have witnessed just in one day.
Governor Wike also attended to the welfare of all the state's judges and magistrates with brand new cars to enhance their comfort and movement.
As a government is to give judiciary the support in order to enhance administration of justice. As long as I remain the governor, we would not do anything to disparage, assault or infringe or damage the existential rights, autonomy and integrity of the judiciary in Rivers State or elsewhere. We have also fulfilled our promise to grant financial autonomy to the judiciary by ensuring that appropriated funds meant for the judiciary are placed on first-line charge and promptly released when funds are available.
Witnessing today is a clear and laudable demonstration of the conscious constitutional duty of the Governor of Rivers State in the administration of justice generally and provision for the welfare of judges of Rivers State Judiciary in particular. State Judiciary, without mincing words, we tell the story of pride and real achievements. We lack the right words to capture the milestone events in the judiciary of Rivers State for the past 3 years, or to sum up the feelings of all and sundry in the Rivers State Judiciary as an arm of government. We have witnessed development of both human and capital infrastructure through the building of an ultra-modern 2-story complex for family court, multi-door courthouse, and office complex for the Rivers State Judicial Service Commission halls, construction of luxury 5-bedroom duplex for all judges of Rivers State Judiciary on owner-occupier basis, posh cars for the 35 judges of the Rivers State and 55 serving magistrates of the Rivers State Judiciary, release of funds to the judiciary as constitutionally guaranteed, and so on. The Rivers State Judiciary is well entrenched and able to effectively discharge their constitutional duties of administration of justice to all and sundry, without fear or favor, and our judges are well positioned to face and surmount the challenges attendant with their constitutional duties.
This is your boss. It's all yours. This is the next one. We presented these buses to you. My only advice, as usual, having managed assets of the MBA in the past, is that you should use it carefully and for the benefit of your membership.
The first phase of the ultra-modern judges' quarters, comprising of 25-bedroom luxurious duplexes as part of a new housing plan for judicial officers, has been completed.
Of delivering on the first phase of our promise to provide decent residences for judicial officers with the construction of 20 purpose-built 4-bedroom duplexes with service quarters and recreational facilities in this exclusive estate. The need for this project is self-evident. Providing house for judges in a safe, secure, and serene environment gives them the privacy and comfort that they need to effectively discharge their functions.
After the dark era he inherited, Governor Wike has invested deliberately with a view to making Port Harcourt a regional judicial hub and the best place where judicial officers, lawyers, and litigants can have all the comfort that they need to dispense justice and receive judicial services as the case may be.
Stop.